I want to start this video by giving thanks to Professor Inga Mewburn for a blog post written in 2022 which highlighted to me some pitfalls for academics doing PhDs and the issues with gaining recognition for original work. And whilst this video is not about academia, it was reading the blog post that made me consider the lack of protection for systems thinking practitioners who have original ideas or create original work. As a systems thinking practitioner who has developed original ideas myself, the notion of intellectual property has often been at the forefront of my mind, so I'd like to give newer practitioners some advice about protecting your own original ideas and work. Never forget that you're surrounded by people who can benefit from your ideas, so you need to be as savvy as them about the value your ideas and work have. As a practitioner, it's entirely feasible for you to independently create original work. In the world of academia, people will be worried about somebody taking those ideas and publishing them first, therefore taking away the claim of originality. As a practitioner, you also need to consider this. There are a huge number of practitioners who are not affiliated with a university. Therefore, publishing your ideas is more difficult, particularly if you want them to be open access. This can have huge costs which render the option not feasible. Therefore, it's entirely possible for you to create original work and ideas, share them because you want people to benefit from them, and then someone write up a version of them academically. The barrier to writing up officially for practitioners is something I hadn't contemplated when I first started out, so it's something practitioners should be aware of. So does this mean that we shouldn't share our ideas? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that you need to be careful if you want to protect your work. As stated in the blog I mentioned, you can't protect an idea under copyright law. You can only protect a form that it takes. And even if you write your ideas down, it doesn't stop others from taking it and running with it themselves, but it can help you to evidence copying if you ever need to at any stage. I'll give a caution here about oversharing. If you have overshared your work, it would be difficult to then shift your work into a more formal academic form, for example, a peer-reviewed journal. And as a practitioner, if you don't immediately go down an academic route, prepare to have your ideas used and written up by anyone. Of course, we're going to choose to share our work openly and ask people to develop our ideas. But there is one precaution with that. Many practitioners have asked me about becoming a systems thinking consultant. Now, if you do this, your original ideas are your unique selling point. You have to market them, but once you have, they're open for anyone to run with. And the answer to this is to not overshare. Give only that which is required to spark interest and keep the more developed ideas to yourself if you aim to use them in consultancy or if you want your ideas recognised as original or new. In the past, I've thought out loud far too often because I didn't know these pitfalls. You're stuck in a bind. You want your work to be recognised, so you share, but then you risk losing control of it. So make your choices wisely. When it comes to collaborating with others, in academia there are rules around collaboration, so the creator of the work is recognised as such. As practitioners outside of academia, we have no such protection. One of the ways people can be exposed to your work is by claiming to want to collaborate with you, or they want you to do a talk for them about your work. And once you've let your ideas out, your competitive advantage disappears, especially if others have larger work networks and contacts than you. My advice to practitioners is to beware of the love bombers. When you're a new practitioner, you want to be seen. You're likely to be willing to fall for the requests for collaboration or talks and sharing, and if you share, do so wisely. Remember, not everyone is your friend. And this is the start of work I'm doing to bring awareness to newer systems thinking practitioners about the pitfalls of creating original ideas and work, particularly if you sit outside of academia. I've made the mistakes so that you don't have to. So in short, write up your work, I took my blogs and turned them into self-published book to secure my ideas in one place. If you think you want to make money from your ideas, copyright them. In reality, it's unlikely to stop others taking them, but it does give you an evidence trail if you ever need it. Don't overshare. If it's valuable, be wise about who you share it with. And if you think you might want to go down the academic route, do it sooner rather than later. Learn about what classes as original work and take any precautions you might need to take. And beware of collaborations where the power dynamic is imbalanced. If you can't keep control of your own work and how it's used in the collaboration, then the power dynamic is unbalanced and you could be at a disadvantage. Systems thinking practitioners can be, and many are, leaders in our field, but we need to be savvy about the pitfalls that can harm us.